It's a mystery that has haunted the world for over a decade. Malaysia Airlines Flight 370, or MH370, vanished from radar screens on March 8, 2014, with 239 people on board. It was a routine flight from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing, but it turned into one of the greatest aviation mysteries of all time. Despite years of searching and billions of dollars spent, the main wreckage has never been found. But now, there's a renewed sense of hope. A new search is on the horizon, promising to leverage cutting-edge technology to finally solve the puzzle of what happened to MH370. Why now? And what makes this new effort different from all the others? Let's dive in. To understand why this new search is happening, we first need to look back at what we know and what we don't. The flight took off normally, but less than an hour into its journey, its transponder, which communicates with air traffic control, was switched off. The plane then veered dramatically off its planned course, flying back over the Malaysian peninsula and out towards the southern Indian Ocean. For hours, it flew silently, a ghost ship in the night sky. The only reason we know this is because of a series of faint, automated pings the plane's satellite communications system sent to a satellite operated by a company called Inmarsat. These pings didn't give a precise location, but they allowed investigators to plot a massive arc of possible locations where the plane could have run out of fuel. This arc, located in the remote southern Indian Ocean, became the focus of the initial search. The first search, led by Australia, Malaysia, and China, was a monumental undertaking. It was the largest and most expensive search in aviation history, covering over 120,000 square kilometers of treacherous seabed. For nearly 3 years, crews used advanced sonar equipment, autonomous underwater vehicles, and surface ships to scan the ocean floor. The terrain was incredibly challenging, with deep canyons, underwater volcanoes, and towering ridges. It was like searching for a needle in a haystack the size of a country. Despite their tireless efforts, the official search was suspended in January 2017. Having found no trace of the aircraft's main body, the only physical evidence that had turned up were scattered pieces of debris, like a flaperon washed ashore on coastlines as far away as Africa, confirming the plane had indeed crashed into the ocean. Following the official suspension, a private American company called Ocean Infinity stepped in. In 2018, they launched their own no-find, no-fee search. They brought a fleet of highly advanced autonomous underwater vehicles, or AUVs, which could scan the seabed much faster and more efficiently than the equipment used in the first search. They covered another 112,000 square kilometers in just a few months, focusing on an area identified as highly probable by investigators. Yet, once again, the search came up empty. The ocean held on to its secrets, and the families of the 239 people on board were left with more questions than answers. It seemed like the mystery of MH370 might never be solved. So, what has changed? Why is there now a new push to go back to the vast, empty expanse of the southern Indian Ocean? The answer lies in a combination of new scientific analysis and a persistent, unwavering belief from independent experts that the plane is findable. A key figure in this new push is Richard Godfrey, a British aerospace engineer and physicist. Godfrey and his team have spent years analyzing a completely different type of data: weak signal propagation reporter, or WSPR data. WSPR is a global network of amateur radio signals that crisscross the globe. The idea is that as an aircraft flies through these signals, it creates a tiny disturbance, a ripple in the data. By analyzing the historical WSPR data from the night MH370 disappeared, Godfrey believes he has been able to track the plane's final flight path with unprecedented accuracy. This new analysis points to a specific location, a crash site approximately 1,500 kilometers west of Perth, Australia. This area is just outside the zones that were previously searched. It's a relatively small, defined search area, a circle with a radius of about 40 nautical miles. According to Godfrey's research, the plane likely performed a holding pattern, circling for some time before it finally plunged into the ocean. This holding pattern is a crucial piece of the new theory. The WSPR data analysis, combined with the existing satellite and debris drift data, creates a compelling case for a new search in this specific refined location. It's not just a guess. It's a hypothesis backed by a new layer of scientific evidence that didn't exist during the previous searches. It's this fresh evidence that has convinced the Malaysian government to seriously consider another attempt. And who will be leading this new charge? Once again, it's the American company Ocean Infinity. They have proposed another no-find, no-fee contract to the Malaysian government. This is a powerful motivator. It means the company is so confident in the new data and their own new technology that they are willing to shoulder the entire financial risk. If they don't find the wreckage, they don't get paid. This isn't just a business proposal. It's a statement of belief. Ocean Infinity has also upgraded its technology since its 2018 search. They now have a new fleet of even more advanced robotic vessels called the Armada. These vessels are larger, can stay at sea for longer, and can deploy their underwater search drones more efficiently, allowing them to cover huge areas of the seabed with incredible detail and speed. The Malaysian government has responded positively to this new proposal. The Transport Minister has stated that he has instructed his ministry to invite Ocean Infinity to the table to negotiate the contract. He expressed that Malaysia is committed to finding the plane and that they are optimistic about this new proposal. While the final green light hasn't been given yet, the political will seems to be there. For the families of the victims, this news is a glimmer of hope in a decade of darkness. They have tirelessly advocated for the search to continue, refusing to let the world forget about their loved ones. For them, finding the plane isn't just about solving a mystery. It's about getting answers, finding closure, and finally bringing their family members home. Finding the wreckage would be a monumental achievement. It would hopefully lead to the recovery of the flight data recorder and the cockpit voice recorder, the black boxes. These devices are the key to understanding what actually happened in the cockpit that night. Was it a catastrophic mechanical failure? Was it a deliberate act by one of the pilots? Was it a hijacking? The black boxes hold the answers to these agonizing questions. Unlocking them would not only bring peace to the families, but would also provide invaluable lessons for the aviation industry to prevent such a tragedy from ever happening again. The search for MH370 has always been about more than just one lost plane. It's about accountability, truth, and the human need for answers. As we stand on the cusp of a potential new search, the world watches with bated breath. The combination of new, compelling,